What's up guys, Everything Apple Pro here, and the day is finally here. iOS 10.3.3 has finally been released after 6 betas. That's ridiculous. For an update this small, it's a little bit surprising to see so many betas. But in any case, it's finally here, and you guys can go ahead and update over the air settings. It's not a very big update. Just wanted to share with you the before and after size. So I had 28.96 on 10.3 after updating 31.04 gigabytes. So it might actually clear some storage up for you guys if you update. Now, what's new in this update? What's going on? Let's just go ahead and talk about all these little things. Now, there are a couple changes, believe it or not. Now, number one, security fixes. I mean, what would an iOS update be without security fixes? In the security content of 10.3.3, Apple actually details a lot of security fixes here, mostly ones that allow code execution through various ways, like contacts or playing a movie file even. That would allow you to execute code after playing a malicious movie file even. That's kind of crazy. So security fixes, of course, but also on the iPad Pro 12.9 inch, there are new wallpapers. Now, strangely, these are not on the smaller iPads, only on this one. But if I go ahead and jump into the wallpaper here, you can see that these 3 new wallpapers do exist, and we saw them already a little while ago, but they're still here in the beta 6. It's just a little bit curious why Apple wouldn't put them into the smaller iPads. I think they look amazing even on the iPhones, but there it is. So 10.3.3, the new feature is that it introduces new wallpapers for the 12.9 inch iPad. Now, other than that, it definitely doesn't spell good news for a jailbreak. If there were to be a jailbreak, it would be on 10.3.2 or below, but iOS 11 has been jailbroken, so that might even have hope in the future too. Now, why did iOS 10.3.3 take so long to release? And believe it or not, this may actually be one of the last firmwares ever for the iPhone 5 or for iOS 10 in general. So Apple wanted to take their sweet time perfecting it, making sure all of the bugs are ironed out, all of the security issues, because the people with this device are going to be stuck with this firmware for a very long time. So it totally makes sense that Apple would delay this firmware this long. Now, which bugs have been fixed? I was just a little bit curious. Let's see, shutter bug. Surely it's been fixed by now, but no, notice the flickering, terrible shutter issue here. I'm not sure why Apple to this day still hasn't fixed it, and iOS 11 still has it for me personally as well. So that's great to know that one still exists. How about the one that freezes your device with 3 taps here? Looks like that one is still working as well. So Apple really isn't prioritizing these little bugs, so they're keeping them in the firmware. You know, they'd much rather tackle those big security issues instead. And the notification center bugs still work as well. They will respring your device. That's just one of the 2, but those still work. So guys, there it is, iOS 10.3.3 feature-wise. There is one feature at least better than 10.3.2, but let's go ahead and see how the speed is. So Geekbench, let's go ahead and run a CPU benchmark here, see if it differs from 10.3.2. And the results do look good. So this is a 10.3.2 on the right here. Looks like it's got a very solid number for one of the last firmwares of iOS 10. I personally believe this could be one of the last. Maybe Apple will release one if there is a critical security fix that needs to be patched, but otherwise I think it looks good for the last firmware on the iPhone 5. So guys, there it is, iOS 10.3.3. Really nothing bad to say about it. Definitely update unless you're looking to jailbreak in the future, if there might even be one. I mean, at this point, if you guys have seen my last video, might not even be any more jailbreaks, but there is one new feature at least. Great last update to the iPhone 5. I think it's a very solid one. Anyways, guys, stay tuned for more updates. Peace.